Alright guys, if you've seen my Abmouth soloing exploit video, then you know that I am somewhat decent at twinking, but I decided to go through and show you guys some resources for when I start making twinking guides. So basically, the definition of a twink is getting on high-level equipment at a low level, whether it's for player versus monster, player versus environment, player versus player, any of these. One of the main ones that I use, and all of the links will be in the description. One of the main resources I use is ono.org. The database doesn't update as often as it should, but it's got a very strong base. It's got all the different nano formulas. You can search for items. So you can use Zyphos or whatever you want, but I use Ono. And then this website right here shows the pre-made implants, eye, head, ear, all the way down through. And then it gives you a little table of the quality. If this is the quality level of the implant 10, it requires 54 treatment, 24 of the core ability like agility, strength, whatever it is. And then if you're buffing skills with it, each different cluster will add this much, so a total of 20. And the abilities will add a total of 14 if you're doing like strength or whatever. Then down here you see just a breakdown of different treatment buffs without special items or stepping implants. And then the most common buffs for all of the abilities that are non-self and beyond the standard +10 for the boosts. Now, Intelligence and Psychic are Shadowlands only, the neuronal stimulator, so keep that in mind. And we move on to this guide right here is Dredd's twinking guide for low levels, which is what I do. I do low level twinking, and I give all credit to Dredd for making this here guide. So I had no part in it, but this is a main part of what got me started when I was learning. And you'll see this right here is the skill emulator that I use to, it allows you to emulate the skills, basically create a character numerically and make sure that what you were trying to do can be done. And another thing they have that's useful is Implant Helper, which you can search for a cluster, install them, set the quality level, and see here's computer literacy. They have it selected under Find, and then it highlights the areas and you can set them and it'll put them in. You can suggest things and it'll try to suggest clusters you can put in to change it to these abilities. Gives you a shopping list, tells you the bonuses, the treatment required, the abilities required, and the nano programming to build them. So it's a really useful application. As you can see, I have them both on my desktop. Here's the Implant Helper. So say you wanted to do, say, agility. And let's say, see how these two are stamina, the waist and the legs? Well, the feet are based off agility. So let's say you want them to be stamina based. You would go to suggest, check stamina, and hit suggest. We're trying to change the feet, so we look for the implant slot that says feet right here. And it'll tell you different things you can add to change it to that. So let's say we put in concealment. Select, it puts it in right here. And notice that it's now stamina based, which is useful. Anything you can get stamina or agility based are the two best bases for twinking, because they're easily able to be laddered, which Dredd can explain in his guide a little bit better than I can. I don't do much with the what's the word for it? With the laddering, because I just find it easier to do a small bit of laddering. And Then you can set the quality level, let's say 50, set, build. It gives you it would add 34 agility and 30 concealment, 242 treatment, 104. Now see, quality level 50, 242, 104. If we go up here, quality level 50, 242, 104. And if you add these all together, 34, which is what it adds for agility. And the other one that I find useful is the skill emulator, which, let's say you're making a level 15 trader, you put in 15, select trader, pick your breed, and then it has your IP up here in the corner. You can max things and it eats up IP like it would in real life. You can manage your buffs, like composite attribute. Let's see, here it is. Let's say you had those implants in that added 34 agility. You would type in 34 here, hit enter. You'd be up to 97 agility already, which is pretty good. And then you could get other buffs and stuff, and you can plug in for all the different things. So that's just my little intro to Twinking. As long as this video comes out properly, it will be on YouTube within the next half an hour or so. When I get around to it, I'll start making Twinking guides. So this is Asthorain signing off on the intro to Twinking guides.